In a shocking new twist that sends shockwaves through the bold and the beautiful, the mystery surrounding Luna Nozawa's supposed death takes a dark and twisted turn, pulling Dr. John Finnegan into a psychological and emotional storm unlike any he's ever faced. What initially appeared to be a tragic loss begins to unravel into something far more complex, something orchestrated, hidden, and deeply personal. The once accepted truth of Luna's death begins to crack, exposing the possibility of a far-reaching cover-up rooted in medicine, manipulation, and betrayal. At the center of this storm stands Lee Finnegan, respected physician, adoptive mother, and now a woman under suspicion for concealing a truth so explosive it could annihilate the family she once fought to preserve. The official story was clear. Luna Nozawa died. There was grief, there were condolences, and there was finality. But in the world of the bold and the beautiful, finality is often an illusion. And now, inconsistencies in Lee's account of Luna's death begin to surface, and it loud, not obvious, but subtle enough to raise flags for those paying close attention. And no one is paying closer attention than Finn. At first, it's instinct. Something feels off. The timeline. The vague explanations. The refusal to show a death certificate. The intraceable cremation. Lee's calm demeanor in the face of such tragedy begins to feel more like concealment than strength. And when an unmarked package containing a used pregnancy test appears, addressed to Luna and dated just 2 weeks prior to her supposed passing, Finn's medical instincts are triggered. This wasn't a memento. It was recent. Too recent. The questions begin to multiply. Why was Luna taking a pregnancy test just before her death? Why was it mailed to Lee's private residence instead of a clinic? Why hasn't there been any public record of a body, a coroner's report, or even an obituary in Luna's name? The more Finn thinks, the less sense any of it makes. And then comes the biggest crack in the foundation. While visiting a colleague's private clinic to discuss a completely unrelated patient, Finn catches a glimpse of someone in a brief, just a flash through a glass partition, a figure in a hoodie, head down, moving quickly through a restricted hallway. It's only a second, but that second hits Finn like a truck, because he knows that walk. He knows that posture. He knows that hair. It's Luna. He doesn't say anything right away. He doesn't want to seem crazy, but the image won't leave his head. That night, he doesn't sleep. The next morning, he begins searching medical records, using his credentials and quiet access to restricted hospital networks. It's risky, possibly unethical, but he's desperate. And what he finds sends him reeling. There it is, an ultrasound scan. 2 weeks gestation. Patient name, Luna Nozawa. Clinic ID, matched to the facility he just visited. Timestamp 3 days after her alleged death. Finn freezes. The floor disappears beneath him. His hands shake as he reads the details. There's no denying it. Luna wasn't just Olivesh, was pregnant. And someone had gone to great lengths to bury both facts. Finn storms out of the clinic, hands gripping the skin printout, heart pounding with a mix of grief, fury, and disbelief. His mind races. Who could do this? Why? Is Luna in danger? Or worse, being held against her will? And then the most horrifying question of all creeps into his mind. Was Lee involved? It feels impossible. Lee is the woman who saved him, who raised him, who protected him from the worst of the world. But it also fits. She's done it before, faked a death, hid a body, built an underground treatment plant to save her son when the world thought he was gone. What if she's doing it again, this time with Luna? Finn begins connecting the dots. Luna's erratic behavior before her death, the intraceable clinic records, the shadowy patient logs, the pregnancy test, the ultrasound, the woman in the hallway. It all leads back to one person, Lee. Not just as a grieving aunt, but as a potential mastermind behind a fabricated death, an illegal medical operation, and the secret imprisonment or protection of Luna. He bursts into Lee's home unannounced, scanning the room, his face pale, his voice trembling. Lee tries to play it cool, as always, offering tea, asking if he's gotten enough rest, pretending nothing is wrong. But Finn isn't biting. He throws the ultrasound scan on the table. What is this? Lee doesn't answer. Tell me the truth. Is Luna alive? Lee's face tightens. Her breath catches. The mask begins to crack. Finn, don't fin me. I saw her. I saw her with my own eyes. And this scanthus was logged after she died. You said she was gone. You told me. You cried. Was that all fake? Lee finally sits quiet, composed, but no longer denying. She was in danger. You have no idea the people she got involved with. You think it's about a baby, but it's bigger than that. I had to act. I had to keep her safe. Finn stares, horrified. You faked her death. You staged it. You lied to everyone. To me. You made me grieve the mother of my child. Lee stands now too, defensive, cold. She would have died, Finn. Or ended up in prison. Or worse. I did what I had to do. Just like I did for you. But this isn't about me. This is about you playing God again. The argument spirals. Finn, devastated and enraged, storms out. Lee calls after him, warns him not to say anything, that Luna is still at risk, that she needs more time. But Finn's already gone. His world has shattered, his trust destroyed. And now he faces an impossible decision. Does he go public with the truth? Reveal that Luna is alive, that she's pregnant, and that Lee has hidden her in a rogue medical facility? Or does he protect the lie a little longer, just long enough to understand who or what Luna was really running from? One thing is certain, the bombshell is ticking. And when it detonates, nothing will ever be the same for the Forresters, the Finnegans, or the Spencers again. Finn staggered back from Lee, his chest heaving, his knuckles white as he clutched the ultrasound printout like it was a weapon. His eyes burned with fury and betrayal, his voice breaking through the suffocating silence of Lee's living room. You think this is protecting her? Finn roared, his voice sharper than he ever thought he could use with the woman who raised him. This is criminal, Lee. You faked her death. You lied to me. You made me grieve her. You made me grieve my child. And all the while you were hiding her like some kind of science project. Do you hear yourself? This isn't saving Luna. This is destroying everything. Lee's expression hardened, her mask of calm composure faltering as a storm raged in her eyes. I did what I had to do, Finn. She snapped back, her tone measured but full of desperation. Luna was reckless. She got in over her head. She made choices that put herself, our family, even you at risk. If I let the world know the truth, she would have been chewed up and spit out. Prison, or worse. This was the only way to reset her life before it was too late. Finn's fist shook as he slammed the scan onto the table again. Don't you dare justify this. Don't you dare. I took an oath, Lee. We both did. To heal. To save. Not to lie. Not to cover up crimes. And not to fake deaths to manipulate lives like we're gods. You crossed the line before when you hid me from the world, but this is beyond repair. You didn't just rob Luna of her freedom, you robbed me of mine. You made me think I lost her. You made me mourn my own child. Lee stepped closer, her voice low but sharp. If the world finds out, you'll lose more than that. Think about Steffi. Think about your children. Think about your reputation. If this comes out, it doesn't just take Luna down. It takes all of us down with her. But Finn shook his head violently, his eyes blazing. No, this ends now. I won't be part of your cover-up, Lee. I won't carry this secret for you. Luna is alive, and she's pregnant. The world deserves the truth. She deserves the truth. And if you won't release her, then I'll make sure the law does. I'm taking this to the police. I'll drag her into that courtroom myself if I have to. Luna is going to prison, Lee gasped, her face paling as if Finn had stabbed her. You wouldn't, she whispered. I would, Finn snapped. And I will. You can hate me for it. You can disown me for it. But I won't stand by and let you bury people alive because you think you know best. I swore to save lives, Lee. And the only way to save Luna now is to bring her into the light, even if that light blinds us all. The room crackled with silence, both of them locked in a stare that could shatter glass. Lee's hands trembled at her sides, torn between fear and fury. Finn turned away, his decision carved into stone. The ultrasound crumpled in his hand. I'm done protecting your lies, he growled. The next time you see Luna, it'll be through the bars of a prison cell. He stormed toward the door, leaving Lee frozen in the ruins of her own schemes. Her jaw clenched, her eyes flashing with something darker, something dangerous. Because if Finn truly carried out his threat, if he exposed everything she had done, she wouldn't just lose Luna. She'd lose Finn, her career, and the fragile control she had built her life upon. And Lee Finnegan, a woman who had already faked one death to preserve her world, began to think the unthinkable. If Finn stood in her way, would she have to stop him too?